Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. You might want to do a little bit of Googling. I've done a little of that, and I'm going to attach a link. And it refers to the rules of engagement. And really, there shouldn't be any rules. If you send someone into the field of battle and you expect them to defeat the enemy, you can't have rules as to what he or she can or can't do to defend themselves or to defend those around them. One of the fundamental problems we've had with these wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, you can't identify the enemy. The same thing pretty much happened in Vietnam. You can't identify the enemy. So when you send our military to Iraq or to Afghanistan or to any other theater of war where they can't identify the enemy, one has to assume that everyone and anyone that approaches them is the enemy. How else do you determine whether or not they're going to try to kill you? You can't. So if self-preservation is what it's all about, anyone that approaches you dressed in their jihadis or whatever they wear, their turbans, how do you know they're not going to come and try to blow themselves up and take you with them? You don't know. So what are you supposed to do? Well, you're supposed to defend yourself. The problem is, that isn't what the rules of engagements call for. Now you have to identify the fact that they're a threat. And then you have to prove they're a threat after the fact. If you kill someone because you thought they had a weapon, and it turns out they didn't have a weapon, you're going to be charged with a crime of murder. At the same time, if they had a weapon, and you didn't try to see if they had a weapon, and you didn't take them out as they approached you, they could take you out. The whole thing's totally insane. I'd like to see the chosen one go to a field of battle and try to negotiate, be shot at twice before he returns fire. Well, he couldn't return fire. He doesn't know one end of a gun from another. Commander-in-Chief, what a complete farce. Cook and chef, maybe, but not Commander-in-Chief. Even then, I doubt that he's a decent cook. But it's completely insane to send somebody to war and then dictate as to how they have to act when they're in battle. You sort of wonder why the military has no respect for him. None, zero. The military thinks of Obama the same way as the New York Police Department think of Bill de Blasio. That's what I think. Yeah, read this link that I'm going to send you and do your own Googling. It's completely crazy that members of our military get charged with crimes in certain shooting situations because what they thought was the enemy turned out to be something other than the enemy. But how do you know? You can't tell. I'd do the same thing if I was over there. If I couldn't identify that they were friendly, I'd waste them before they wasted me. Why do you think we have so many maimed military personnel returning? Why do you think we've had so many killed? Because they hesitate. That split second that they hesitate is enough to take their lives. There should be no rules. That should be the rule. That's what I think. So what do you think?